Goodness. Okay, so where's the link? That'll do. Hey, what's up on the base? Sorry for the black screen. I'm just getting some stuff prepared right now. It'll come back in a minute. I forgot to make a, what do you call it? Like a placeholder screen. Yeah, right now I'm going to be making a couple of LUTs for the person who made the somber EMB for Oldrim, I think. Okay, almost ready. Okay. What, seriously? Crap. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, just 1 second. I gotta check something on my phone. Hey, how's the music? Is it loud? I actually will be starting an Oldrim project pretty soon. It'll probably be in the next couple of months because apparently the 4 gig VRAM limit issue on Windows has been fixed, and Microsoft still just has to push it to an update. So when that happens, I'll start working on Oldrim and pretty much leave SE behind. How's the music? Is it too loud? Okay, great. Sorry, I don't know how to actually say your name, so forgive me when I crucify it, but Savdik, is that right? Savdik Doob? Hello? Okay, there we go. Got the video pulled up on my phone so I can watch the live chat without having to have a window open. Yeah, I know there's a dark mode. I tried it. I just couldn't get used to it. I mean, sure, we can switch to it. I wanted it, but then I turned it on and I was like, eh. Okay, let's get started. So, this is my friend here from Discord, and she's one of the EMB developers of the Somber, the Grim and Somber EMBs for Oldrim. So I'm just helping her out make a new LUT for a new EMB that she's working on. And so here we go. Let's get started. I should probably put that there. Yeah, let's go with that. Lovely, lovely. Just a quick toggle on and off. And that's before I've done anything really advanced. This is just a quick film emulation. So what happens here, this one converts the normal monitor range color into what's called a log gamma curve, which this LUT is actually expecting, which is a film negative emulation, and then that goes into a film print emulation. So the way it would happen before everything went digital, before we started filming movies digitally, you would film on a camera to a negative film stock, and then they would take that and they would scan it into a computer, and then you would do any kind of color grading you wanted to do, and then that would go out to the print stock. But these days, for the most part, that's not really done anymore because film is not shot anywhere near as often as it used to be. So we just try to emulate the whole process here digitally. I guess I can put this back here anyway. Okay, so. How's everybody doing? Okay, stream still looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. And what I'm doing now is I'm trying to kind of prepare the image to kind of protect the shadows before it goes through all this conversion. So to do that, I just do like a reverse curve on the shadows, which that brightens the bottom up, but you can see a lot of detail comes out of the shadow there. So what I'm going to do to compensate for that lift is I'm going to bring the midtones down a bit and then push these up some more. So if I toggle this on and off, you can kind of see what that's doing. It's bringing some detail up in the shadow area. And then one thing I need to do is, if you look up here, this is your red, green, and blue channel for the image. So I turn this off. This is the black level that the image already has. This is like the darkest point right here. So normally I would want to preserve that and stay in that general area. But since she provided me images that have so much room in the bottom to go down, I can push down a bit more. It's not a good idea to go all the way down to 0 generally, because then you can get shadow clipping in other areas of the game. But so the reason I have one here and one here is because the color and the image is just getting all mangled up in here between these 3 different conversions. So what you do here is you prepare the image, and then here I do adjustments after the image has gone through all this conversion. Like for example, I can't just lift shadows up here and get the same amount of detail because there's some crushed detail here that's pretty much gone. So you do it here, which brings out more detail. Which it's a subtle thing, but it does help. So let's pull this down a bit, and then you can see here we've got a lot of room up here for the whitest white point. I generally like to keep my bright areas around the 9 area. That's just my personal taste. But instead of doing it post, I'm gonna put this tool before the final film print emulation, because anything in between these two is sort of an emulation of, like I said, the way it used to be done, where they would scan the film negative from the camera, digitally color grade it, and then hit the print. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, is I'm adjusting in the computer, if you will, if we want to pretend that this is film. So here we go. That made things a little bit brighter than I'd like them to be. So I'm going to go over here on this side and just pull that down a bit. Now the problem is this has crushed our shadows a bit again. So I come back over here, I just lift them up some. And just a quick check. Here's the original, and then here's what's being made. I kind of want a little more color, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to push about 30% extra color. That's a bit much. Let's go with an extra 20%. Lovely. Okay, one thing I would also like to do is, let's move all this here. So now I'm going to emulate a lens filter, which right now that looks like garbage. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to emulate a cooling filter, and watching this area here, what happens, it's really great. Ooh, lovely. Okay, so that darkened the image a bit. Let's bump up some exposure compensation. 0.1, toggle on and off. Still darkening a bit. Let's go with 0.2. Gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to check through all of the images to see how this LUT works across all of the different images that she provided, which it is most likely going to need adjustment. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. So you can see this problem with the shadow crushing. You have to be careful with that, and that's why when you're doing this kind of work, you want multiple images to work from to make sure it works in all conditions. Yep, some severe shadow crush here. So I don't even need to move on. Let's go with this image, and let's try to fix this shadow problem. You can watch here. You can see where it's like slamming underneath the 0 line. First thing we want to do is put that back to normal. Not feeling that song. Just trying to find that balance where the image feels right. Still looking pretty good. I wouldn't mind having a little bit, just a little bit of contrast here. Tiniest bit. Let's see if that crushed shadows. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see it on YouTube, but while this is dark, you can still see detail there, so I'm not too worried about it. That looks okay. Yeah, that just looks lovely. Yeah, let's I think we need to push the contrast quite a bit more. Yep, that's looking better. I just need to preserve the shadows a bit. Yeah, that's better. On this image it still looks a bit flat, and that too. Yeah, I like the colors that the bricks took on here. Let's try to adjust this image filter a bit. Give a little more separation in the background. The techniques that I'm using here kind of mimic an even older film process before digital color grading was a thing. So basically I'm changing kind of how the image looks with a virtual lens filter. And in fact, in this image it actually helped quite a bit. If I turn it off, everything is kind of all the same color and kind of hard to give separation. But by putting the lens filter on, the background suddenly gets separated from the people's skin, which is nice. Hey, quick for those that are in chat, how did you find this video? Did you find it on Discord, or did you get like a notification or something? The live stream, I mean. Yeah, that might be a bit too much blue. Let's back off from that. There we go. Let me push it a bit that direction. Okay. Well, that's cool. Hopefully this time next year I'll have something close to 1,000 subs. Doing my best, working toward it. You know, I'm finding that the orange reds look a little cartoony. I may need to back those off. Okay, let's see if we can do that here. 25% less saturation on the red. Nope, it's an orange issue. Yep, that's it. So let's go like this. It's real subtle here, -15. Also maybe a little bit less on the lightness. I might have pulled a little bit too much color out. Let's go with -10. Yeah, that's subtle, but it helps. Man, that red's still bugging me. Let's try to pull it back here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, Ballerman, I'm working on getting CFL and Oldrim. Um, for one thing, I've just got to learn the differences in the DX9 ENB code versus the DX11. But also, I've been so busy with Pilgrim and fixing some bugs on CFL for Skyrim SE and Fallout 4. I haven't had much time to work on the other, but I would eventually like to move it over. In fact, it was always going to happen, but the speed at which I did it was greatly diminished because of the stupid Windows 10 VRAM limitation on DX9 games. There was a bug where under DirectX 9 games on Windows 10, I think even on Windows 8, couldn't utilize more than 4 gigs of VRAM from your video card. So it was a huge limitation on a game like Skyrim where you need, texture mods. But apparently that's been fixed, and Microsoft is probably going to be pushing a fix in the next month or two, from what I've heard. So definitely when that happens, I'll be focusing a lot more on Oldrim. But I mean, I guess you could sort of consider this the beginning of that, because this is for an older DMB preset. Still kind of feel like that's a little bit too crushed in the shadows. Let's just do a simple lift there and a pull down here. Yeah, this feels pretty good. It's just, I feel like there's not enough contrast. Wow, that looks really great. Coming from that to this, the mood change is really striking. Yeah, I mean, I would assume that she'll credit me. Pretty much everyone I've made like a LUT for has always credited me, so. As you can see, the process is just kind of like a bunch of push and pull, right? So you push one thing one way, and then you have to compensate for something in another. But now we're getting to a point where the image is nice and balanced, right? So right here, this looks really flat and awful. And then now we have like a nice color separation. And the same here, right? So it's a lot of like earthy tones. And then here we've kind of separated the background from the foreground with just basically just color. Oh, Ballerman, there's always going to be morons. There's always going to be stupid questions. Not going to get around that at all. Okay, zooming in here. It looked like the shadows were crushed, but they're not. I don't know how well you can see it on YouTube, but there's still detail in the wood grain here, so. Okay, I'm not really caring for the color of the blue, so I'm going to adjust this lens filter to go a little bit more towards cyan. There we go. That was a bit too much. Let's pull it back. Somewhere in the middle is generally going to be the correct option. There we go. Still looking good there. It's kind of a compromise. Like in some scenes I want more of it, right? and then in other scenes I need less, so I had to find something that works kind of okay across all of them. That looks okay. And that song is meh. Hey, for those in chat, how many of you guys actually use Pilgrim on Fallout 4? Anyone? Would you guys like to hear a preview of the Pilgrim soundtrack Volume 2 that I've been working on? Okay, I'll pull up the preview file here in a minute. This one scene is kind of getting on my nerves. I don't really care for like the blue color in this background here. Oh, I may have to sneeze in a minute. I apologize if that happens. Okay, I suppressed it. Okay, I'll go ahead and pull up that preview. To do that, I'm going to swap to the black screen. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Gonna switch to the black screen because I'd rather not show the URL where these files are. So. Okay. Just paused the Spotify music, and here's a preview of New Pilgrim. Yeah, so that's that. It's for a trailer, basically, that I'm making for Pilgrim for the final release. But that kind of gives you an idea of how different the new Pilgrim soundtrack is going to sound versus the one that it shipped with. It feels a bit underexposed. Oh, that's nice how the fire looks now. Yeah, this looks quite lovely, so I'm just going to compare it to a version that I did earlier. Oh. Yeah, it actually wasn't voices in reverse. That was a choir singing Have Mercy on Me, but they were singing in Latin. Okay, I think I'm going to call this one done. What inspired the composition? It's for basically that choir was a sample, right? But the music underneath, like the building instruments and stuff, that was played by me on the keyboard. Although it's a bit hard to hear because I kind of buried it all. And then I had like the droning piano note that hits. Basically, the purpose of that little composition was meant to kind of give you like this weird feeling of dread, rage, anger, fear, kind of all at once, like this weird tension of confused emotion, to kind of give the Pilgrim trailer a really creepy feel when it comes out. Okay, no, I can't do that. That whatever that was terrible. Yeah, this is looking nice. So, yeah, I'm gonna call this one finished. Let's save over the last. Crap, really? Okay, now I'm gonna do like, just for the fun of it, some more advanced color grading stuff that doesn't rely on LUTs at all, just to give you a demonstration, kind of. We'll use this image. I use Logic Pro X. My computer is a Hackintosh, so I dual boot Mac OS and Windows 10. So I use, yeah, I'm a Logic Pro X fanboy. Here, I'll actually type out in Latin what they were singing, so give me a second here, I gotta use my phone. Actually, no, I don't. I can just use the freaking keyboard. So there we go. Here's what they were saying. It's probably going to be a little delayed before you guys see the actual chat message, but there you go. I'm not feeling that song either. Okay, so let's do some advanced color grading stuff. The trick in this stage is to try to get the lighting to look realistic, right? So we're not grading, we're color correcting, which there is a difference. So it's almost too purple, so I'm going to come back this way a bit. Paying attention under here, underneath the table. Trying to get the shadows to fill right, because without it, everything looks brown, right? So you want to kind of get rid of that. And then keeping an eye over here, you don't want to clip anything in the shadows. So. Okay, that looks nice. And the high end feels a bit cold, so I'm going to warm it up a bit. As you can see here, just those simple adjustments that I made really make the background kind of get pushed back. And then the midtones, oh god, accident, clicked the wrong thing. For this, we want to kind of watch our skin as I do this. Okay, that feels somewhat balanced. And then here's where you do the really heavy stuff. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's kind of go in a purple direction for the shadows. And then the top end, let's go in kind of a greenish direction. Whatever the heck that is, I do not want to listen to it. It's already getting on my nerves. No thanks. This just goes to show like how much color can just completely change the mood of the scene, right? This is really warm and kind of inviting, and then this almost feels forbidding and something you don't really want to mess with, right? And that's just from color. So one thing I have to check now that I've kind of got this to a place that I think is nice. Need to make sure that skin still looks okay and it's in the same general area that it needs to be. So that's what this is for. When skin looks the right color in here, then it's the right actual color that it's supposed to be, and it's still looking okay. Right, her leg looks like skin. If I go pushing color around, you can see that kind of change if you're paying attention over here and not necessarily to the image. So we're pretty much looking okay here. So. Yep. So this was strictly just color grading. This wasn't using any kind of film emulation at all. In fact, that might be a bit too much in the shadows here. So just compensate by pulling back on stuff. This song sucks. So anyway, this was just for fun here, but this is the one that's serious that we just did for the ENB. For this particular look, the film emulation did a lot of the work for me. Yeah, Oh Brother Where Art Thou was the first feature film that was digitally color graded. And it was in a process similar to this, right? You have to pretend, ignore this one. This would just does some conversions, but think of this one as the film that the camera shot, and this one as the film that was sent out to theaters. So, filmed on the camera here, scanned, digitally color graded, hits a film print, and then goes to theater. And I'm just using this one to do some last minute adjustments, but that would not have been done in the real world, because once it's on the print, you don't need to scan it again. There's no point. Yeah. Okay, so we can explore some different options now. So we can change the film negative. And this one has a slightly different look to it. Less blue and more green. And it looks like it crushed the shadows a bit, so I'm going to lift those once again. And then drop them here. Yeah, this one's looking a bit warmer, and I probably need to cool that off, so I'm going to change the print stock to something a bit cooler. It's a little bright. Pull down on this. Maybe too much. Let me adjust this. Oh great, did it just crash on me? Yeah, I think it did. Nice. Excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah, piss off. Alright, give me just a second here to get this back up. And that is why you save, as we have the work that we did a minute ago still here. So I'm just going to do a quick swap like I did before. Oops. Oh, sorry about that. Let me find out what's going on there and see if I can turn those notifications off. It's just my wife trying to get hold of me on Facebook. Just do a quick comparison between 200 and this new one. Feels like we need to bring the mid-tones down a bit and the shadows up. There we go. Now they're in a similar tonal range. This song is actually quite nice. Yeah, this looks quite lovely. It's almost got like a sort of purple undertone to it. Especially in this scene here, you can kind of see it in the floor. Oh yeah, Mobato. Superposition is ridiculously heavy. My two 980 Ti's and SLI break about 7K, and that's at the 1080p extreme. Yeah, for the stream, all the music is coming from this playlist, which is handy because you won't get any copyright strikes, so you can just play any of this stuff. Just look up no copyright sounds if you're ever doing a stream or something. Let's see how this looks between the two. Yep, that's fine. What I'm doing here is I'm checking all of the images to see if with a single card Mobato I get about the same, because I mean, you probably know this, but 1070 and 980 Ti are pretty much performance wise almost the same, with the 980 Ti only having like 6 gigs of VRM to 8. But yeah, that's about what I get at 1080p extreme. Funny thing is though, if you go to 4K optimized, if it's like my system, you'll actually perform a little better because the shaders are less intensive, even though the resolution is 4 times. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just checking the shadows. When I hover over this one, that's the one that we just made, and then when I let off of it, that's the one that we're currently working on. So everything's still looking good. I kind of want the light levels to be the same generally across both of them. Although the one we're working on still has a bit more contrast. I should probably pull that down a bit. Probably push a little bit more color. Okay. I really like what the wood is doing here. Getting away from that nasty yellow to a nice red color. Everything looks good here. I don't like this one quite as much as I like the first. But I might be able to do something about that by pushing this a little bit. Yeah, that's a bit extreme. Try to adjust the color back this way. Okay. Yep, there we go. They're definitely different. They're similar, but they are different, so. Yep, so as I cycle through these, you can see they all have their own different character. I can pay attention to the cheese here. Watch the color shift across all of them. This Kodak one has more of a brown kind of feeling to it. So oh wow, this is a nice synth patch here. Really nice sound.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Nice. Really needing to push the color hard here. Yeah, this Kodak film's not reacting to the lens filter like the Fuji stuff did. Let's do a temperature shift. Just pay attention to her skin here to make sure everything still looks okay. And for the most part, she's still skin colored. Hello, Naomi and JSB. I'm really not feeling this Kodak film because I'm trying to avoid doing complex color grading on this ENB. Kind of want to stick to traditional techniques, which means basically just pushing around, lens filters before it hits the film to change the look. So I'm going to try to switch out to a different color negative. Yeah, let's do this. Great, did it crash? No, it did not crash. Yeah, this is reacting more the way I'd like it to. It's a little too much color. Yeah, I can't do that, whatever that was. Let's just let it be as colorful as it wants. I need to adjust that temperature. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I probably should have kept that on there. Oops. Hey guys, how's the stream doing? Is there any buffering dropout? Yeah, Naomi, using Magic Bullet Looks is pretty easy for this. Although another program I use is Resolve, but I use that more for serious stuff like film color grading. But for video game stuff, Looks is really easy to use and really simple. This is really just a lovely picture. This is really nice. As you can see, there are subtle differences between the three in skin color and pretty much everything. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one as well. Wow, why does it do that? Okay, so now the trick is to make the LUT. Hang on a second, the screen's gonna go black for a minute, hang on. Okay. Alright, what I just put in there was a neutral 4K LUT. So I'm gonna take that. I'm going to go here. We're going to start with Fujicolor 200. We're going to select that as the preset. And then what I do is I copy this, and then I paste it here. And now that color is applied to the neutral LUT. We go here, composition, save frame as, Photoshop layers. And I'm going to hide my desktop because it's a mess. Give me a second. And I basically just opened that file up that we saved in Photoshop, and it's saved as a PSD, so you have to turn on and immediately save it as a PNG. So. And then that one is saved. Basically, I need to do that for all of the presets that we made. Just uploaded the new files to her, and when she gets up, she should see them. Oh, you guys probably don't want to just see the stream over and over again. Okay guys, give me a second and I'll give you a preview of something else that I've been working on. Screen's gonna go black real quick. Whoa, what is going on here? Okay. Well, obviously you can't see that. That's a pain. Let's do it this way. Alright, turn off the music real quick. Sorry for the black screen, guys. Game should be coming up in a second. What? Dang it, it still did the same freaking thing. Okay. Whatever, so you can at least see that there's something going on back here. Okay, we have to do it from here. I'll just set it to the stream resolution. Make things simple. Okay. Alright, now let's try it. In theory, you should see it no problem. Dang it. Or I guess it's just not gonna run for some reason. Yeah, that's nice. When you try to stream, nothing works. That's the way it is. Because of course. Seriously? Congratulations, you just got to see a wreck of my desktop there. Why is the game not running? There we go. Let's try this. Still nothing. Great. Okay, fine, we're gonna do this. Now then, you should be able to see it. Okay. Ah, dang it. Wait a minute. I need to make sure I actually have the right stuff plugged in. Okay, good. We're good to go. Really? Okay, the A and B menu doesn't work in windowed mode for some reason. Well, whatever. I can't pull up the E&B menu for some reason. But as you can see, this is the 80s E&B, and the bars on the side are optional. They're not required. But this is what I'm working on to come shortly after Pilgrim. Right now it's kind of got like a VHS effect going on. So let's try to find some enemies here. Turn on God mode so we don't die on the stream. Some ghouls by now. Yeah, I guess just up here. Not play. Yes, the lovely colors. Wish that I could get the EMB menu to come up. Let me try something. Hang on. If I can get the EMB menu to come up, I can show you guys what's going on. Okay, file replaced. Let's see if that works. Even that's not working. What the heck? Maybe it's Discord causing the problem. Nope. I cannot get the EMB menu to pop up. Must be just a stupid bug. No, it's not regrowth. This is LU's True Grass mod and Commonwealth Conifers Redux. But just showing off the new 80s EMB that's coming sometime after Pilgrim gets finished. EMB is going to be called 8.0. No, 80s isn't that old. I was born in 86, so I have, ooh, nice, sparks. Yeah, anyway, I was born in 86. I'm 30, but I do have memories of VHS. That's cool. Wow, did I just get stuck? Seriously? Seriously, Bethesda? So anyway, hopefully that gives you like an old 80s VHS vibe. His head off. Oh, it's a shame. I kind of wanted that to go. Mondello, so you getting an 80s vibe from it? Wow, he had a bad day. Whoa, was that a death claw? Yeah, I hear something over here. What's going on? Yeah, the mod's totally going to have a custom synthwave soundtrack. Jesus. Deathclaw's fighting? Are you serious? Just like randomly fighting in the forest? Get wrecked! Yeah, these are stock water textures, by the way, so I'm sure if you use something like lead, it works even better. God. What's that? Anyway, obviously this is not gameplay because I have God mode on, but just for the sake of color demonstration, really. As you can see, it looks really nice. Okay, hopefully the enemies around me are dead. And we'll just take a look at this EMB. Well, anyway. I guess I'm about to kill the stream because I kind of did what I needed to do. If I did more streams like this, would you guys watch? Goodness. Well, I'm gonna drop a link to my Discord server. How do I do that? Oh, that's simple. I'll drop a link to my Discord server in chat, and you guys can join in if you want. And even if I'm not streaming, you guys can still hang out. There's a link to my Discord server I just dropped in there. I'm pretty sure that there's a delay on the stream, so you won't hear me say that until probably a minute or so after the link pops up. But that's my Discord server if you want to join in. Anyway, I'm going to shut the stream down, guys. So have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.